Hi, Rosie Malidi here from lifeisshortmagazine.com, and today I'm talking to Lydia O'Carroll. Now, Lydia is a hairstylist and she started off in Dublin and then moved to New York, and within a very short space of time she was working with the likes of the Victoria's Secret shows, Alexander McQueen, Fashion Week, the Grammys. She's done all the big shows, and she didn't have contacts when she first moved to New York. So I'm just going to have a chat with Lydia to ask her about how she did it, because I think it will be of interest of anybody who's interested in fashion or hairstyling or makeup or anything like that, about how to get into the big time, how to get in there with the celebrity. So you're very welcome, Lydia. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm very good. So Lydia, just tell us a little bit about your background, about your training, and where you started. Were you trained to work with the stars, or were you just trained normally in hairstyling?
So I started off my training in Tony & Guy in Dublin. I was there for 6 years. I then decided I wanted to go to New York, so I got on a plane to New York, didn't know anyone. And when I was there, I worked in a salon for a small period of time. And then I decided I wanted to do more fashion stuff. So I flicked through the magazines, Vogue and Cosmo, and I'd look at the credits for who did the makeup and hair. And I'd see names of certain hairstylists, and I kept on seeing them. So then I started searching for them, found their agents, started cold calling the agents, emails. Didn't really hear from anyone for a while, but then I started getting callbacks. And eventually I started assisting everybody. So once I started assisting people, I started doing the shows, and I became a first assistant, and then it just lifted off from there. A lot of hard work, but more or less just kind of like finding your own way, which I did.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it wasn't because of the salon you were working for in New York they recommended you. No, it was your own hard graft. Basically, you got the magazines and you found the names of the top stylists, and you said, right, I want to work for them. And then you called them or their agents, and were their phone numbers?
I called their agents, cold called them. Yeah, I just searched for agencies and the agents, and I called them loads, but no one ever called me back. And then eventually they called me back. And then once you get in, it's up to you to survive it, which I did. And then I just started working with them more, and then I became the main assistant for some of them, and I'd go around the world with them and things like that, which was great. And I get to do all the big shows like Chanel and Marc Jacobs and Michael Kors and Louis Vuitton, all those shows, Alexander McQueen. And that's how it all started, just by making phone calls.
Wow. And so they weren't calling you back, but you just didn't give up. You just kept on persevering, really.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And that's such a great idea. I love that idea. And you've worked, I say, you've just named the big names, and you've also worked on the Victoria's Secret catwalk models' hair.
I worked Victoria's Secret for the past 7 years. I do some of their photo shoots before I left to New York. And I still do some of their PR events with the Angels, and they're starting to open more wide, so hopefully a little bit more of that. But did all their shows. I'm doing a show this year as well in November. And yeah, it's been great. Been great work with them. Them and Giselle and Kate Moss. I've worked with all those girls, so that's been good.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. Glamour.
Oh, glamour. So now you've come back to your native Dublin, and you're settled here, and you're working, you're doing a lot of weddings, because my other little sideline is wedding planning, so I know you're doing great brides' hairs, and you're doing all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, definitely started doing some weddings, which are fabulous, because every girl wants to have a bit of glamour, a bit of sexy hair, a bit of beautiful hair in their day. So I've started to do that, and hopefully we'll do a lot more. And I'm doing a few photo shoots as we go as well with some of the big photographers here. So still like tapping into what I've started off in, but definitely looking after everyday girls, getting their hair done their special day. So
and also then you're still getting contact from New York and brought back over to New York. The last time I was chatting to you,
Yeah, it's still going to New York, and I was in LA. Well, yeah, I was in LA for the Grammys and Vegas for the Country Music Awards, and still doing lots of stuff like that, but at home in Ireland for now. That's the plan.
That's fantastic. Okay, well, that's a great tip for anybody who wants to get into the beauty, fashion, or hairstyling sort of into the big time there. And thanks very much for that, Lydia. And we'll talk again soon.
Yeah, brilliant. Good to hear from you. Bye.